What's going on, everybody? I hope that this finds you well today. It is a beautiful Monday. And guess what time it is? Guess what time it is? It's lunchtime conversations time. All right, so I hope that your day is going well. I hope that you're excited. I hope that you got something to eat. Sit down and chill out with us for a little bit. And let's discuss the topic for today. Yeah, but first, check out my intro. Back to the channel. Hope all is well today. Take a second to subscribe so that you can check out the rest of the lunchtime conversations. So today's thought is actually one that is applicable to everybody, and it really is up to you to do it. So get some rest. That's basically what I have to say in so many few words, is get some rest. Take some time to relax. Take some time to recoup. We live in a society where we are always going, especially if you live in the United States. We are so busy living life and trying to make the best out of life that sometimes we get overwhelmed with stuff because we don't take the time to rest, recuperate, and really rejuvenate what we're supposed to be doing, including our purpose. Sometimes we can't figure out ways to get out of situations or solutions to problems because we haven't taken the time to adequately rest our mind and our thought process, and that is vital to our very existence. Now, me, myself, being a insomniac by nature, I don't know what it is about me other than my mind is always going. But I know even I at times need rest, and a considerable amount of rest. Just this weekend, I've slept probably a total of 14 to 16 hours this weekend. And for me, that's unheard of. I don't usually sleep that much. And so if I do sleep, it's like 2 to 3 hours maybe. And that's just because my mind is going. Things are always happening. But I know even for myself that if I don't take even those few hours of rest or sleep, time to really recoup, that I can't function the way I know I need to or want to. And I can't really deliver when necessary when it comes to making videos and taking the opportunities to get the knowledge that I need and all that good stuff. So the same falls, and you all fall in the same category. Everybody needs rest. And you have to figure out what that means for you. Like, everybody isn't going to work and rest at the same intervals. Like, I know some geniuses of days old, their rest would be during the day. So they would rest from a certain time for like 4 or 5, 6 hours. And then they would be up throughout the night working on inventions and ideas and philosophies and all that. And so you have to figure out what works best for you and then make sure that you are working in your optimal hours. So if you're more of a night owl, then probably during the day, you'll want to figure out ways or jobs and so forth that will allow you to sleep during the day so that at night you can be really working and really functioning at full capacity. I am one that kind of burns the candle on both ends in the sense that I am very much so a day person, but I am even more so a night person. So by the time it's like 3:30ish, it's time for me to go to sleep, or it's time for me to at least lay my head down for a little while. And so you have to figure out what that means for you. But even for that, there has to be a time where you walk away from everything, where you can put your phone down, you're not checking it every few minutes, where you can just sit down and decompress to the point where you're not thinking about work, you're not thinking about what you have to accomplish. And that's usually what we call vacation time or holiday, wherever you are in the country. And so we all have to have that time that we set aside to do just that. And focus on just enjoying the life that you're living. If you're not able to do it every single day, making sure that you have an opportunity to get away from the hustle and bustle of life means that you have an opportunity to rejuvenate your mind, to think on things a little more clearly, and really sometimes it allows you that opportunity to reconnect with God, with your faith and so forth as well. Because in the hustle and bustle of things, if we don't really set time, our schedules well enough, then we don't spend as much time doing what we need to get done. And we do a lot of things over the course of the day. So you have to set time aside for you to really rejuvenate, relax, not think about everything that's going on in life, and really focus on being the best you, and really refocusing your energy, refocusing your spirituality, refocusing who you are for being the best you. And that takes time sometimes that'll take you a couple days, sometimes it'll take you a couple weeks. And I know if you are working for someone else, then there's a certain amount of time that you can actually take off. And so that's okay. But make sure that you use it to do something that you want to do. Because if you're doing something that everybody else wants to do, then you won't necessarily rejuvenate so much, if you will. I have found that doing vacations for everybody else can sometimes be a means of you still having to be on, if you will. Some introverts can go into a crowd of people and switch on a switch where they have to be on. For them, that's really exhausting. And if you're doing stuff for other people all the time, then that can be really exhausting. You have to step away from people and even, take a day of a personal health day every once in a while for reflection of just self. Because everybody needs at least 24 hours to just kind of disconnect from everything that's going on and reconnect with themselves first. Because, first off, everything starts with you. If you aren't in a good place, if you aren't in the mental capacities that you need to be, then how can you do that for other people? And so taking a personal health day gives you an opportunity to really just kind of reconnect with yourself, get some rest that may be very much needed. Maybe you need to splurge on junk food for a little bit as well, because you've been doing so great at your diet. Or people call it a cheat day, but if you're sharing with other people as well, then you may not enjoy it so much. So make sure that you take time for you. I spend a lot of time talking about you because everything starts with you. Your relationship with God starts with you and God. Your relationship with people starts with your knowing who you are. So as you know yourself better and you focus on yourself and you really get to know the you that is supposed to be you, that is the true you, then your relationships outside of you can get better. Because you can only control you and how you interact with people, how you react to certain situations. That all comes from you and knowing who you are. And so when you set a standard for you, when it comes to engaging with other people, they'll know who you are. And many times that can get kind of mixed into the craziness of life that you forget kind of who you are. And so that taking that step back, taking that time to relax, taking that time to reflect on who you are at that time can be like, oh wait, I don't necessarily like that you that I am right now. And so that means you have the opportunity to make the adjustments. But if you never take the time to self-reflect, the time to really get away from the nonsense, the noise and all that's going on, sometimes you will miss the you that is supposed to be. And so take that time. Step away from everything. Put the cameras down. Put the phones down. Put the TV down. The computers down. Put all your electronics away for, a moment. If that means you take a vacation for yourself and you don't have contact with people, let people know where you are so that they're not worried. But take that step away from everything and just kind of and replenish everything that you need, because you are important and you should be important to yourself, and your well-being relies on you being important to you and resting. Come on. Stop doing it. Stop trying to do everything all by yourself. Rest for a second, recoup, get back out there and make it happen. All right? I trust you. I know you know what's best for you. So if you don't, talk to God and let him encourage you a little bit to get out there and reconnect with him and get back in line with what he has made you for and the purpose and so forth. All right? So that's our lunchtime conversation. I hope you enjoyed it. You know, I love you. God loves you more. And until next time, be inspired, be edified, be encouraged. Put God first in all that you do. Love unconditionally. Do what you love. And always live an amp life. We'll see you tomorrow.